Imagine someone walked up to you and asked a question so profound that every conversation you've ever had suddenly felt superficial. A question that scientists cannot measure. A question philosophers have debated for over 2,000 years. A question religions try to answer. A question that no computer, no matter how intelligent, can solve with certainty. The question is deceptively simple. Why is there something rather than nothing? Not why Earth exists, not why humans evolved, not why galaxies formed. Those questions assume one thing already exists, but why does anything exist at all? Why is there a universe instead of absolute nothingness? It sounds almost childish at first, yet many philosophers have called it the deepest question in existence. Because every answer immediately creates another question. If you say the universe began with the Big Bang, what caused the Big Bang? If something caused it, what caused that? And if something caused that, where does the chain end? Eventually, every explanation reaches a point where it simply says, it just exists. But why? That tiny word has haunted humanity since the beginning of thought. Can nothing even exist? Let's imagine absolute nothing. Not empty space. Space is already something. Not darkness. Darkness is the absence of light within space. Not silence. Silence assumes time exists for sound to be absent. Remove space. Remove time. Remove energy. Remove mathematics. Remove every law of physics. Remove every possibility. What remains? Our brains immediately fail, because every thought we have depends on existence. We cannot picture non-existence. Every image we imagine already contains something. A black screen is something. An empty room is something. Even emptiness occupies space. Absolute nothing is beyond imagination. Some philosophers argue that true nothingness is impossible, because if nothing truly existed, then nothing could never become something. From nothing, nothing comes. So perhaps existence was never created. Perhaps existence is unavoidable. But that answer raises another mystery. Why is existence unavoidable? The infinite regression? Suppose everything has a cause. A child exists because of parents. Parents exist because of grandparents. Stars exist because gas collapsed. Gas exists because earlier stars exploded. Everything appears connected in an endless chain. Now extend this logic to the entire universe. What caused the universe? If another universe created ours, what created that universe? If a creator created everything, who created the creator? Many religious traditions answer that God is eternal. God simply exists without cause. Many philosophers instead suggest the universe itself is eternal. It simply exists. Notice something strange. Whether you're religious or atheist, eventually every explanation ends the same way. Something has to exist without explanation. Either an eternal creator or an eternal universe, or eternal mathematical laws. At some point, reason reaches a wall. The human mind desperately wants one more answer. Reality refuses to provide it. Why the universe seems so unlikely. Now consider another puzzle. The universe isn't merely something, it's astonishingly organized. The laws of physics are remarkably precise. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force. If some of these values were only slightly different, stars might never form. Atoms might never exist. Life might never emerge. Some see this as evidence of design. Others propose the multiverse. Perhaps countless universes exist with different physical laws. Naturally, we happen to live in one capable of supporting observers. But notice, the multiverse doesn't eliminate the question, it merely moves it. Why does the multiverse exist? Why do the laws generating universes exist? Every answer creates another why. It's as though reality always hides one level deeper. The limits of human thought. Perhaps the problem isn't reality. Perhaps it's us. Imagine asking a goldfish to understand quantum mechanics. Its brain simply lacks the necessary architecture. Now imagine humans attempting to understand existence itself. Maybe our minds evolved to find food, avoid predators, recognize faces, and cooperate with other humans, not to comprehend why reality exists. Our brains are survival machines, not truth machines. There may be answers forever beyond human cognition, not because they're mystical, but because we're biologically limited. Just as a dog cannot understand calculus, perhaps humans cannot understand the foundations of existence. This possibility is strangely humbling. The greatest mystery may remain permanently inaccessible, not because it's impossible, because we aren't built to solve it. Why this question changes everything. Here's what's fascinating. You don't need an answer for the question to transform your life. Merely asking it changes your perspective. Daily worries suddenly shrink. Arguments become less important. Status becomes less meaningful. You begin seeing reality itself as extraordinary. Every tree, every atom, every heartbeat, every conscious thought exists against a backdrop of unimaginable mystery. Existence stops feeling ordinary. It begins feeling astonishing. Children naturally experience this wonder. Adults often lose it. Philosophy simply tries to recover it. The question, why is there something rather than nothing, isn't merely intellectual, it's existential. It reminds us that reality itself is the greatest miracle we encounter every second. The answers that never end. Throughout history, humanity has proposed countless answers. Some say God created existence. Some say the universe is eternal. Some believe reality emerges from mathematical necessity. Others think existence is a brute fact requiring no explanation. Still others suggest that the very question is mistaken, that asking why existence exists is like asking what lies north of the North Pole. The question itself may contain an assumption that reality simply doesn't satisfy. Each answer feels satisfying for a moment. Then another question appears. If God exists necessarily, why? If mathematics exist necessarily, why? If the universe is eternal, why? If existence is a brute fact, why should brute facts exist? Every path circles back to mystery. Perhaps this is what makes the question unique. Unlike most problems, it doesn't become smaller the more you investigate it. It becomes larger. The deeper you think, the more you realize how little you truly know. Socrates famously claimed that wisdom begins by recognizing one's ignorance. Few questions demonstrate that better than this one. The silence beyond the question. Perhaps one day humanity will discover an answer. Perhaps future physics will reveal principles we cannot yet imagine. Or perhaps thousands of years from now, our descendants will still ask exactly the same question. And maybe that's not a failure. Maybe the purpose of this question was never to be solved. Maybe it exists to remind us that certainty has limits, that intelligence has boundaries, that the universe is stranger than our language can describe. You are made of atoms forged inside ancient stars. You live on a tiny planet orbiting an ordinary star in one galaxy among hundreds of billions. Yet somehow the universe has produced a mind capable of asking why the universe exists at all. Perhaps that is the greatest mystery. Not that existence exists, but that existence became conscious enough to question itself. And maybe that is the hardest question ever asked, because the moment you truly understand the question, you realize that every answer is only the beginning of another one. If this video changed the way you think, consider subscribing to The Strange Republic for more philosophical journeys into the strangest ideas ever imagined.